Today I'm here with my next video, and this is from the book Beehive of class 9, and today we are going to do the chapter The Little Girl by Catherine Mansfield. You know, when we are small, when we are too young, there are times when we do not understand what our parents want from us. If they are strict, what is the reason behind it? There are times when children at a very young age, they misunderstand their own parents. And parents, for some reason or the other, have to act a little tough and strict with children so that the base of the children is tough, strong, and the child needs to learn some things which they have to be stern about in the beginning. There are times when parents are over strict with us because they want to teach us something. They are our parents. They will never want anything wrong. So, we should analyze. We should all think why. Even if at times they are strict, we should find out the reason behind it. There definitely you will find a reason behind it, and you will really understand and love them. They really love us. And for our betterment, they have to take a few steps that they take. Now in this story, this little girl is too young to understand. She fears her father. At times she feels he's so huge because she's a very small girl. And at times she feels he's like a giant. But how this transformation takes place, how she understands what her father is, how the nature of the father, why at times he's strict, she realizes it one day, and there is a drastic transformation. Now when the story opens, we come to know that it is the father that this little girl, Kezia, is afraid of. She's scared of him. And she tries to just stay away from him. Early in the morning, when the father gets ready for office, every day he comes to her room, gives her a casual kiss, to which, she replies back, "Goodbye, father," and he leaves for office. And she keeps hearing, whether the carriage that has to take father has gone, has left or not. And as soon as the sound of the carriage becomes fainter, that means father has left, has gone for office, then she relaxes and she's free and she moves about in the room. So afraid she is of the father. And in the evenings, when he comes back, she runs down, she comes down just near the staircase, and she keeps looking every day. She sees what the routine of father is, and father comes every day, he calls for the mother, he asks for a cup of tea, and she always feels that his voice is so loud. So she's very afraid of the father. And when he comes back, he calls for his wife, that is Kezia's mother, and he asks for a cup of tea. He also asks whether the newspaper has come or not, and tells mother to bring the cup of tea in the drawing room. And he goes and sits in the drawing room, and it is then that mother, she calls Kezia and says, "Go and bring Papa's slippers and take off his boots too." So with lot of scare and fear, she opens the drawing room hall door, and and by the time she reaches there, he's already wearing the spectacles, and he looks her over the spectacles, and she feels so very scared of father. She goes quietly and she takes off his boots, and father also tells, "Come Kezia, come on, take off my boots and take it away," because he's so tired. And she takes off the boots of the father, and father, nicely, just normally he asks her if she's been a good girl. But she is so afraid, so scared of her father, that she stutters when she answers back. She says, "I don't know." She herself, feels that why she is so afraid of the father that she starts stammering in front of him. She had herself observed that she never stuttered or stammered in front of anyone else. It was only in front of father. That means she was so very scared. And when she stammered, father used to get very angry, and he used to tell her that if you stammer like this, I'll tell mother to take you to the doctor. And she herself didn't realize why, she used to stammer. It was because she was so scared of the father. And on Sundays, in the afternoons, grandmother, used to tell her that go and talk to father. It's his holiday today. You should go and spend some time, go and sit with your parents and talk to them. So even if she didn't want to, when grandmother used to tell her, she used to love her grandmother, and she never denied or refused to whatever grandmother used to say. So she used to go down, and when she entered the hall, what she used to see was that father was lying on the sofa with a handkerchief on his face, and he was snoring very loudly. He was in sound sleep with his feet on one of the best cushions on the sofa. And mother used to be sitting beside, and she used to read a magazine or a newspaper, whatever. So, when mother is reading and all and father is sleeping, she used to quietly go, take a stool and sit and just keep looking at the father. She was so afraid of father. He had such big fingers and hands. His neck was so big. He himself was so big. And when he used to yawn, he used to look like a giant to her. She was so very scared. She was a very little girl. So, even the father must have been a very tall and, good built he must be having. So, but she was very scared of the father. So, when he used to get up, when she sat down on the stool, she kept looking at the father, because grandma had told that you should spend some time, go and sit with them. So, when father used to observe that the daughter is sitting, he used to ask, "What's the matter? Why are you sitting like that and staring at me? You look like a you look like a brown owl." She used to feel very bad. My father had called brown owl, and she was so scared. She just kept looking at the father, his features, his the way he yawned, his fingers and everything, and she always remembered all this. One day what happened, it was very cold and Kezia had caught cold, so she had to stay indoors. It was very cold outside. So grandmother felt that this girl will get bored inside. The whole day she has to stay in because she's got a cold. So grandmother, has an idea and tells that father's birthday was coming and she should make a nice birthday gift for the father. So, she gives her a yellow silk cloth and tells her to make a pin cushion. Pin cushion is what? When you stitch the cushion from all the three sides, and from the fourth side stuff something and then close that also. So that becomes a nice stuffy and cozy and cute little cushion. So because they used to use these cushions in the house, they used to keep in the sofas, they could keep on the bed. So, grandmother gave an idea that this way this girl would not get bored staying at home and she would get something to make for the father because father's birthday was arriving. So, Kezia also feels that this is a good idea and it would make father happy. So, very with a lot of difficulty and hard work, she puts a lot of labor in it, and she stitches the cloth, the yellow cloth that grandmother had given, from all the three sides. And now she had to stuff something inside to make it nice and stuffy and spongy and a cute little thing. So she goes about searching for what to fill into it, and she sees that grandmother was outside in the garden, so she was already having a cold. So she goes into mother's room, that is the mother's and father's bedroom, to search for something to put into the cushion. So at the side table, just the bed was there, and at the side table she finds few papers kept. So now this girl was so small, she didn't know whether those papers were important or not. She just got an idea. She was finding something, she had to fill something. She had to close that, the fourth corner of the cushion, and father would be so happy on the birthday. So, she goes there and she finds these papers. She quickly brings those papers, tears them into small bits of paper, and fills the pin cushion, the yellow thing that she had already stitched from all the three sides, and she closes the fourth, and she is very happy and proud that she has made such a nice pin cushion for father to be given on the birthday. Now, in the evening, there's a hue and cry, a lot of chaos in the house, because those papers were missing. Those papers were an important speech that father had already prepared for the Port Authority. A very important document, and all those papers were very important. Now when father couldn't find them on the side table, there was a lot of chaos. He was asking everybody, he was very angry because those papers were very important. And then mother comes into Kezia's room and asked whether Kezia had seen those papers. So Kezia, an innocent girl, she couldn't have told a lie to mama. So she tells her mother that yes, I thought they were of no importance, so I had to fill it in this pin cushion, and I have stuffed. I tore them into small pieces, and Mother gets so very terrified, and she says, "Come on, you come down," and she's dragged down to into the drawing room where father was pacing, with a lot of anger to and fro. He was here and there walking with great anger. So, mother tells that she had torn those papers and put it in some pin cushion. So, Kezia was very terrified, and she said, "I didn't know that those were important papers, and I did it." She gets a very bad scolding from father, and father got very irritated also, and tells mother to bring that pin cushion down, and also tells that take this little girl and just let her be in her room. So, Kezia goes up and she's very terrified, and when the pin cushion was brought down, father opened and saw, yes, those were the papers that he was looking for, and now they were in bits of they were of no use now. Father gets very angry, and now he wants to teach her a lesson. He takes a ruler in his hand, a scale, and he goes to Kezia's room and scolds her and tells her to put her both the hands out. Kezia, small girl with rosy pink, palm and those cute hands. But yes, father was being strict only because he wanted her to learn a lesson and to always remember that important documents are not to be torn, and if they are not your things, you have no right to touch them and tear them. She could have asked father, she could have asked mother whether these papers are important, and using them, I want some papers that are of waste, and she should have asked for all that. Maybe mother could have given some other substance, if she could have, maybe she could have got some bits of clothes, old clothes, just keep bits of them for some use, or she could have even got cotton to fill into that. So she should have asked, and father wanted to teach her a lesson, so he brings the ruler and he beats her on both her palms, and she cries a lot. Grandmother used to love her a lot. Grandmother takes her in her arms and she keeps rocking her in the rocking chair and makes her sleep. She makes her quiet, and it was after quite some time that Kezia falls asleep. She becomes quiet and she falls asleep with grandmother. He was being strict, Sometimes we might think he was a little too tough, but everybody's got their own way. He wanted his daughter not to learn wrong things. He wanted her to be on the right track. He wanted her to know that if things are not yours, you should not use them. You should not even touch them without permission. Tearing is an equally different thing. So, now what happens is that she sleeps that day, and few days cross, everything becomes normal in the house as it was. One day, she is in the garden, and through the fence she sees the neighbor's house, and she sees the family of the children of the MacDonald family that were just the next door neighbors. They were playing outside with father. So he had one child. There were 5 children. One child was at his shoulder sitting here, and 2 were hanging here and there. The other 2 were running all around him, and they were playing the game tag. And everybody all the 5 children were enjoying so much. They were laughing, and father was running here and there with the children, and all around the flower bed of their garden they were playing very nicely. The children even took up the hose. You know what that hose is? When there's a pipe, and for gardening and all, for watering your garden, you need a pipe that has the water outlet. So, those children were even moving the hose here and there. The children were really enjoying with father. So she felt that Mr. MacDonald was playing with the father. Kezia's father had never played like this before. And she felt that, yes, all fathers are not same. There are different types of fathers too. So, she feels nice. She looks just through the gap in the fence, and she really loves the way Mr. MacDonald was playing. And so she concludes that there are different types of fathers. Everybody's not got the same type of father. One is like hers, and the other is like Mr. MacDonald's. So this was formed in her mind. Now one day what happens? Mother falls ill, and she is hospitalized. So obviously mother had to, if she was hospitalized, she was admitted in the hospital. So grandmother had to go and stay with her. Usually in the female, when the females are admitted in the hospital, the doctors and all, they want female attendants with them. So because there are other female people also. So mother was hospitalized, and now she was left alone at home with Alice the cook. So whole day went by very nicely, because she kept playing the whole day, and Alice was there. Alice was the cook, and she was there to take care of her, and she fed her nicely. But when it became dark, now it was night, so Alice makes her sleep, lie down in the bed, and she tells, see, Papa will come home from office and he must be very tired, so don't scream or disturb him. Now what happened? Every night, Kezia usually saw one particular type of dream, and that was of a butcher who had a knife and a rope in his hand, and with a very dready and that sly smile walking towards her. She used to see this dream often. So, but she used to sleep with grandma. So grandma used to take care, and she used to just sleep very close to grandma, and she never felt afraid. But today she was alone. Now she tried to sleep, and as she slept, she had the same nightmare again. The butcher with a knife and a rope, and with a very dreadful smile, and walking up towards her. So she was very terrified, and she screamed loudly for grandma. And as she was shivering with fear, and as she opened her eyes, she saw that father was standing there with a candle. When she had screamed, father had run from the room, from his own room, and he had come to Kezia. So she tries to tell that she had seen a nightmare, a bad dream, nightmare. So father, gently he puts away the candle, he blows it off, takes her daughter very lovingly in his arms, and takes her to his own bedroom. He was reading the newspaper. He removes the newspaper from there, and he makes her lie down very close to her. He also lies down, and he tells her that your feet are so cold, rub your feet with mine and make yourself warm. So she sleeps very close together, first time with her father, and she felt very nice. And just after a few minutes, she noticed that before she had slept, father had slept, and she realizes that it was only because he must have been very tired. You know, father used to go to office. He must be tired. That is why he slept so early. And she is able, she crept close together to father. She clung together with him, and she could even hear his heartbeat. And she feels very nice, and then she realizes that father was not so scary as she had always been thinking. He was not like a giant. He was nice, he was loving. She realized that father used to work for them the whole day. She had misunderstood father. Right now, so closely, she was there with father, so lovingly he had made her sleep beside her. And she was able to hear the heartbeats of father, and suddenly father opens his eyes and says, "What's the matter?" She said, "Nothing, father. I can hear your heartbeat, and you have such a big heart." Suddenly she realizes that father has a big heart. Big heart means a warm heart, a loving heart. And there's a transformation, total transformation from the attitude that she had made in her mind, that father was just like a giant and she was very scared. She feared her father. It turns, that absolutely gets rubbed off, erased from her mind, and she suddenly starts liking the father, and she feels that he was so loving with a big heart. So, there are times when our parents, especially our fathers, have to be a little stern and strict. It is not because they want to harm us or they want to, break our hearts. It is because they want us to learn something or the other. At times, you have to take a strict step with your children so that they learn a lesson. Parents always want their children always to be on the right path. Their children to learn the basic things. There are things which parents need to inculcate in the child from the very, very beginning, from the time when the child is small. So we should also analyze if our parents are strict with us or they tell us to do something that we don't like. There must be a reason behind it. Find that reason, you will love your parents. Parents are the people who take care of us the whole life we are here. Love your parents and your grandparents. They are the most loving people for everyone in the world. Alright, read the chapter. I have covered every point. Read it, you will understand very, very nicely. If you go through any problem, please put it in the comment section. And yes, if you have not subscribed my channel, please, please, please subscribe my channel. Please. And also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Let my family become a large one. Thank you.